We frequently come across skilled manipulators every day. Manipulation is a type of emotional blackmail, with perpetrators using certain methods to influence another person's thoughts, feelings, and actions without them being aware. In essence, the manipulator gets them to do what they fancy, but it only works if the target isn't aware of it. Becoming familiar with these techniques will be key in identifying when someone is trying to manipulate you. This video will enlighten us on such tricks so that we can shield ourselves from them. Number 1. They are almost always charmers. Manipulators generally come across as agreeable and wonderful. They may compliment you and give off an impression of discerning tendencies, great conversation skills, and being very aware of your needs. After they have swayed you into believing that they are fabulous people, they start using their charm to manipulate you. Their techniques are often so subtle yet entrancing that it becomes hard to assess them objectively. Although doubts may occasionally arise, they will never fail to remind you of just how remarkable they are, to the point where you become ensnared in their web of deception and desire. Number 2. They are overly complimentary. Some people are masterful sweet talkers and can influence, persuade, and manipulate with words of flattery and compliments. This is a clever method, since who doesn't like to hearing good things about themselves? It's one of the best ways to quickly gain rapport, create friendships, and make someone less guarded. Sweet talkers understand that when you're feeling great, it's more probable that you'll want to do something nice in return towards them. And the better you like the person, the simpler it is for them to manipulate you. Number 3. They ignore you or play hard to get. Playing hard to get and giving someone the silent treatment are similar coping mechanisms. Be wary of those who try any of these approach us. They will acknowledge everyone in the room, except for you. They appear bored, disinterested, or inconvenienced when you address them. They don't respond to anything you say, regardless whether it be through messages, calls, or emails. They leave room as soon as you enter it, and intentionally avoid eye contact. In other words, they ignore your presence. If this happens to you, it's best to return the favor. If they move away from you one step, take 10 steps back from them instead. You can also be straightforward and ask what the problem is. Number 4. They use emotions. Some people are skilled at manipulating emotions for their own ends and won't think twice about toying with your feelings for what they want. They'll say they love you or hate you, or even try to bring out anger, sadness, or jealousy in you. Advertisers and the media are some of the highest-level experts at this kind of manipulation. By making us feel something, they can make us do something, rather than having to convince us logically. This often entails storytelling that has little to do with the product's merits, as a deceitful strategy to get their desired results. It's a cunning technique, but it works. Avoid letting others take advantage of you and coax you into things you would not otherwise choose to do. Rely on your intuition and logic when making decisions, not on someone else's attempts at emotional manipulation. Number 5. They don't give you much time to decide. It is usually okay to take some time before making a big decision, unless you are in the middle of a heist or another time-sensitive situation. So be careful of people who pressure you for an answer, especially if money is involved. This is a common sales and negotiation tactic, where the manipulator puts pressure on you before you're ready to make a decision. By applying tension and control to you, the manipulators hope that you will crack and give in to their demands. Number 6. They tell jokes at your expense. Manipulators often use jokes and teasing as a way to undermine you, such as on social media or in public. They may ridicule your mannerisms, dress sense, or even elements of your physical appearance which are out of your control. If you confront them, the abuser can then deny responsibility by claiming it was just meant to be fun and that you're being overly sensitive. Number 7. They make you feel guilty. The goal of manipulation is to gain power, so a manipulative person will do whatever they can to keep you confused and weak. Sometimes they do this by scrambling your brain with weird apologies and guilt. If you confront a manipulator, they often find a way to turn it around to make you feel bad or guilty. A manipulator often wins arguments right where they want to be. Number 8. They yell. Yelling is a common form of aggressive behavior used to try and control someone else. Rather than using evidence or facts, some people will simply increase the volume of their voice, speaking in an overly loud manner, as a way of overpowering their opposition. If this happens, it's best to stay composed and point out their tactic in an even-handed manner. It nearly always has the effect of making them flustered, and they will soon lower their tone. Number 9. They withhold approval or validation. Manipulators everywhere rely on a tactic of conditional acceptance, with strings attached. You only receive love and approval if you fulfill their demands. This ploy only works for those of us who seek external validation and approval. When we give others power over us, they can twist our feelings around whenever it suits them, leaving us feeling terrible in an instant. Remember, what can be given to us by others can also be taken away. If they have the ability to lift us up, they can just as easily tear us back down again. Number 10. They devalue what you do through sarcasm. Manipulators don't like it when you communicate openly. Instead, they employ sarcasm to belittle your ideas, emotions, and behaviors. They want to make people feel bad about themselves by attempting to make them feel like they can never measure up, no matter what effort they put in. To complicate matters further, manipulators never provide helpful advice or solutions. Instead, they simply concentrate on making people look bad without ever providing legitimate ways of bettering the situation. Genuine helpers use honest communication and don't try to disempower individuals. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more video like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our order videos as well. Thanks for watching.